Entonces, todas las familias que requieran interpretación en español, si pueden por favor colocarse en esta área, es para prevenir que gritemos mucho e interrumpir a los demás. This is a Spanish announcement, and all that we're saying is that all the Spanish-speaking families that require interpretation, please just come forward to this side. Thank you so much.
Families, if you received a consent form when you walked in to sign your student out, at the end of the ceremony, I will make an announcement for what you should do with that form. Okay, so just hang on to the form if you want to sign your student out. Just hang on to it, and we will make an announcement at the end of the ceremony to check your student out. Okay?
Do you need a form?
If you need a form, we have some in the very back. So we have plenty of copies. Dr. Moore has copies, and we have students in the back with those copies, okay?
Anybody else need a consent form?
Congratulations, I see your picture online. Congratulations. I signed it. Yes. Okay, I just know.
Hey, oh, sorry.
Good morning. Good morning. One more time. Good morning. Okay, is everybody awake? Okay, all right. All right, we're gonna get started. So first of all, we would like to welcome you to Brockton Middle School. Today, we are gathered to recognize and honor our 8th grade students as they leave middle school and move on to new, exciting phase in their education, high school. We are so proud of all of our scholars, all that they have accomplished. And I would first like to start the program off with a huge round of applause for all of our 8th grade students. I'm Miss Eaton. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal here at Brockton Middle School, and I'm proud to be here today for this 8th grade promotion ceremony. I would like to recognize all of the family members, friends, neighbors, our live stream photos, our live stream families. Thank you for your support, your love, your care, and your encouragement to all of our students all throughout their educational career. Today is a pivotal moment. Our students are going from middle school to high school. They are becoming young adults. And parents and families, we would like for you all to stand so that we can thank you for helping our students get to this moment in their life. Families, please stand. I'm so happy to be here with you today to celebrate this momentous occasion. At this time, I would like to recognize some very hard-working people who are one of the most dedicated staff members that I've ever met in my life. I've had the pleasure of working with this group of teachers who support our scholars in countless ways, academically, socially, and emotionally. I'm truly blessed to be able to work with each and every one of you. We are truly blessed that we've chosen to do this rewarding work together here at Brockton Middle School. When I call your name, please stand. From the Seahawks team, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Bell, Miss Russell, Miss Kay, Miss Pardue, and Miss Parker. Is Miss Parker here? From our special programs team, Mr. Burton in his absence, Miss Wiseman, Miss Shellhorst, Mr. Albrook, Miss Dublin, Mr. Ellis, Miss Howard, and Miss Baldwin. A couple other our teachers who are probably in classrooms, Miss Livingstone and Miss Hall. Oh, Miss Hall's here. At this time, I would also like to recognize some other hardworking people who are always working behind the scenes. We stay here sometimes till 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, just doing things just to make the school run, make sure it doesn't burn down. Mr. White, our principal. Dr. Carrie Moore, 6th grade assistant principal. Miss Desiree Smith, 7th grade assistant principal. Mr. James J. Key, our mental health counselor. Miss Erica Bloodworth. Miss Rachel Norris. Mr. Knox. Miss Rebar. Miss Small. And Miss Dew. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank any and all PTA members who are present and absent. Thank you, parents, for your hard work and service and support to our school, our staff, and our students in so many ways. You've organized, you've funded, you've helped out, you've lent helping hands to family engagement events like the famous Community Day. You've provided teacher appreciation gifts and treats. So we just want to thank you. Any PTA members in the audience? Just wave your hand. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Bloodworth, who will introduce our student speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. About 20, I'm not supposed to make a speech, but I'm just going to make a small one. Okay. About 20 years ago, when I got into education, I said to my sister, I think we're meant to love them. And she said, well, I think respect, but maybe not love. And so, but when I look out here at you guys, 8th graders, I see students without their masks on for the first time. It's really good to see you. I see basketball players who are really inspiring with their teamwork. I see student ambassadors who've helped for 2 or 3 years with a variety of things, National Junior Honor Society people, people who've shared a lot of things with me in my office. And you guys are all a super great group of people. Honest, funny, you've got a lot of heart, and you're very wise. And I think you're going to do really great things. So I choose love. I love you all, and I thank you. And I feel very lonely sitting up here. I wish one of you was up here with me. Okay, we've got a lot of great students who could give wonderful speeches. I'm going to introduce one of them, Miriam Agia. Let me just say a couple things about Miriam. Miriam takes, this year as an 8th grader, she took Math 1 and English 1. For those of you that don't know, that means she was in high school math and high school English this year. So a very high achieving advanced student. In her free time, she likes to take care of herself. She likes self-care, hanging out with friends, listening to music. She plans to attend Riverside's engineering program and then college after that. So if you'd welcome Miriam, that would be great.
Hello to my fellow APs. Good morning and welcome to all the parents, guardians, and families who have come to this promotion ceremony. You helped us become the people we are today, and you've done a great job. After all, we wouldn't be here without you, and for that, thank you. Our youth have brought in have been a time to remember. We've learned and grown a lot. And these memories will be with us for the rest of our lives. Sixth grade was especially hard for me because of COVID and having to attend this year. My seventh grade year was filled with lots of ups and downs, but I'm choosing to focus on the positives. I really enjoy my ELA class with Ms. Warner and math with Ms. Powell. That's where I have the most fun and where I make my true friends with Milo and Beck. Eighth grade went by really fast for me. I remember buying my school supplies, but now I'm here graduating. I'm really nervous about my high school classes, but I'm up for this challenge. I hope you will enjoy your summer and have some fun before classes start back in August. For those I won't see next year, best of luck to you. Anyway, I'm not happy to introduce Estrella. She enjoys cooking, singing, and hanging out with her cat. Estrella has been in the United States for about a year, but she scored the highest on her math major in her class, and here she is.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for speaking. The next student that I'd like to introduce is Estrella. Estrella has been at Brogden and in the United States for 1 year. She is a very passionate and curious learner and scored the highest in her class on the math EOG. Estrella enjoys her cat. I learned this yesterday about her. She has a cat at home, and being with friends, and also cooking. So if we could welcome Estrella to the stage.
Bienvenidos y buenos días a todos los aquí presentes en este día tan especial para todos los estudiantes. Brooklyn se ha convertido en un segundo lugar preciado para nosotros, ya que aquí aprendimos muchas cosas nuevas como emociones y sentimientos. Aquí conocí amigos que serán especiales para mí, en especial Rosalind. Aprendí que con esfuerzo todo se puede, pero también hay que ponerle pasión a cada cosa que queremos aprender. Gracias a Mr. White por permitirnos estar presentes en este momento donde nos toca despedirnos de este maravilloso lugar. Gracias a Miss I por estar al pendiente de todos y que la escuela esté en orden. También quiero darle gracias a algunos maestros que fueron muy especiales conmigo durante el año escolar. Quiero agradecer a Miss Pardue por su apoyo y decirnos cosas positivas en todo momento. También a Mr. Bell por ser bueno y divertido cuando nos enseñaba los temas matemáticos, también por estar al pendiente de todos nosotros. Gracias a Miss Wilkins por darnos clases muy divertidas, por apoyarnos en todo momento. Aunque no esté presente, la recordaré como la mejor maestra. Gracias a todos por estar aquí presentes y estar apoyando a sus hijos. Finalmente, gracias a los padres por darnos la oportunidad y estarnos apoyando en los buenos y malos momentos. Que les vaya bien, que cumplan todas sus metas, que tengan un lindo día.
takes a lot of guts for a student to come and speak in front of everyone. Let's give another round of applause for our student speakers. And before I move on, please forgive me. I accidentally left out a very important person to our staff, Miss Burns. My bad, Ms. Burns. All right, next we have our 8th grade teacher awards. So our teachers are gonna come up and announce content awards. Families, what that means is our students have made some really good improvements throughout the year. So those students will get most improved. Then we have some students that have received the highest grade in all of the teachers' classes. And so those teachers will come now and make those announcements. Do y'all have your certificates with you? Yep. Yep.
Hello, everybody. I am Mr. Bell. I teach 8th grade math. We are the Seahawks team, and we are proud to present the awards for our content areas today. We're going to start off with ELA with Ms. Russell for 8th grade. Our first goes to Alejandra Lopez Cortez for No Country. Also for Ms. Russell's 8th grade ELA class, Jasmine Perez earned the highest average for all of 8th grade. Ms. Russell not only taught 8th grade ELA, she also taught English 1, and for highest growth for English 1, Chanel Small. The student who earned the highest average for English 1, Jacob Feller. The next content area that we will be presenting is social studies. And for highest growth from Mr. Kennedy's class, Hannah Parrish. The student who earned the highest average this year for Mr. Kennedy, Gretchen Karnowski. The next content area will be math. That's my class. For the highest growth for the year, Yaneli Dominguez Orozco. And the student who earned the highest average for the year, Sofia Alvarez Perdaza. And this next award actually goes to a Math 1 student that's on our team. Miss Michael, who taught that class, is not present with us. But this goes to Grace Hostetter. For science, the student who earned the highest average for the Seahawks team is Marjorie Horton. The next award is on behalf of Ms. Pardue. Ms. Hall is going to present. This goes to the student who is most improved in English as a second language, and that is Luz Estrella Mendoza Ciniega. The next award goes to the student who had the highest achievement in English as a second language, and that is Evelyn Yelemi Del Cid. Can we once again have a round of applause for all the students who received the Content Award today?
Last year was the special programs for Muhammad Zaloon. He had the highest achievement goals for 8th grade math and most improved overall.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing okay. 8th graders, y'all doing okay? Y'all excited? Yes. Good. Mr. Bell's a little more excited than you all. So I'll stand before you. I have some brief remarks, and then we kind of get into our other awards. I have a question. Who in here has tried something new in the last year? Raise your hand. Parents too. And who else in here has tried something new, and then when they started it, they realized that it wasn't as easy as it looked. Yeah. Now I want you to take a moment, think about that something that you tried. And isn't it funny how we can see someone else trying to do it and think, oh, I can do that, or I can do that a little better. Well, that was me this year. So I have a little story. My daughters and I, we like to go bike riding sometimes. And when I say bike riding, I don't mean like on dirt roads, anything like that. I mean like around the neighborhood, on sidewalks, waving at the neighbors, that kind of bike riding. Nothing intense. But one day, I had a bright idea. I said, you know what? If I can ride around this neighborhood and back and forth to the mailbox, maybe I'll try to ride to the grocery store so I can try to get myself in shape. I stay about 2 miles away from Wegmans. And I said, you know what? I'm going to ride my bike to Wegmans today. Whenever I go, I see all the bike racks outside. I see the bikes there. And I said, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. It's not that far. So one day I woke up and I said, okay, today's the day. I'm about to go to Wegmans. Go down, I get my bike, dust it off, make sure I got some air in the tires. Then I start my bike ride. About 5 minutes down the road, I said, this was not such a good idea. Legs were burning. Had to stop, get some water. And I was looking around. I was like, oh my God, I'm too far. I mean, I got to get to the store because I said I was going to do it. But this is not going to go well. So I get off my bike. I'm walking beside it, because there's a lot of hills. So I'm walking up the hills. And when I realized I was going down the hill, I get back on the bike because I didn't have a pedal. I could just coast on down. That 2 mile bike ride took me about 30, 45 minutes to complete. Then I look up, I see Wegmans. I said, oh, I finally made it. I get there, I'm pedaling so hard. I'm like, I get there, I got it. Ooh. Get in shopping. I said, oh my God, I got to go back home. Those same hills that I coasted down on the way, I got to pedal back up on the way back home. I got back home, finally. I just laid on the floor. I said, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I retired from bike riding that day. And it took me about 2 more weeks before I considered riding again because one, my thighs had to stop hurting and I had to think about it mentally, like, oh my God, I got to do this again. but I didn't want to give up on it. When you started here in sixth grade, it wasn't easy. We were at the beginning of COVID. We all had computers and virtual learning. It wasn't the best way to start your middle school experience, but you did it. Your normal was going from the bed to class, and sometimes class was in the bed or at your kitchen table. You could have never prepared for that. I guess I could have prepared better for my trip to Wakelands, but sometimes that's how things happen. You didn't have time to prepare for COVID, but over the ride you all took. I watched you all go from virtual learning to attending school on alternate days to being fully back in school. I witnessed the silent hallways to the social distancing, staying 6 feet away from each other, to the return of laughter and joy in the hallway. I watched you all get back to activities such as sports, clubs, band, and last week our 8th grade dance. What if you had not tried to get back to this? We would not all be here today. What if we said, no thank you, I give up. But look at us, we did. Your journey over the course of the last 3 years has been one big bike ride. I started with you all on this bike ride as your principal. We all came into Brockton together. We weren't prepared, but we rode together. We failed, we dusted ourselves off, we got back to riding together. Now, your destination is not Wakelands, it's high school. So for this next ride, I want you to take and carry 3 things with you. 1, don't ever get off the bike. It's your bike, and your bike will take you where you need to go. 2, the determination you have within yourself about yourself is the real competitive advantage. And number 3, this ride to and through high school won't be easy, but the more you do, the more you try, the less you'll fall and the more resilient you will become. Brockton Dragons graduating class of 2023, we're very proud of you. Keep those helmets near, put them on, and ride on. Congratulations, you did it. All right, so Ms. Eaton has just delegated me to awards now. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some of our awards. Ms. Eaton, when I call the names, you can grab one. All right, so we first have the Dragon Award. So the Dragon Award, we have a Dragon Award from each team, and then after that, we'll have the Principals Award, as one from each team. The Seahawks team have nominated a student that is truly well-rounded, that is truly a well-rounded young person. Although they came to us mid-year, the student transitioned seamlessly and added such grace, academic excellence, and responsible character to our 8th grade and to our Seahawks team. This person is quick to offer help to other students and teachers, is patient and kind, and always brings a positive attitude and maturity beyond their years. The Seahawks Brockton Dragon Award goes to Jasmine Perez. You can come to the stage. The Bulldogs have nominated a student that is truly well-rounded young person. They have excellent character and have grown tremendously throughout the course of this school year. The Bulldogs team would like to recognize Anthony Enriquez Lopez. Come to the stage. on to the Principals Award. We'll start with the Bulldogs team. This award goes to a student with very, very high character, a leader in the classroom, and the best all-around student for the team in character, behavior, academics, and sports. The Bulldogs have chosen Oscar Steven Hernandez Guevara for the Principal Award this year. Congratulations. All right, the last principal award is for the Seahawks team. This student, when I start talking, I think the student will know who I'm talking about. This student has been with us all 3 years, has been a model student, has exhibited positive character, someone that will definitely make your parents proud at all times. First time I met this student, of course, it was all virtual. So we were at home, and I was at home on my computer, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to connect with students during that time. And we had this great idea of starting clubs, virtual clubs. So we started doing that, and myself and one of the other teachers, we started the chess club. And I thought I was pretty good. And I got on there, and this young scholar whooped my butt over and over again in the 6th grade. And I'm very competitive, so I wanted to always try to play her again. And then I just gave up after a while. I think she got me. But over the course of the last 3 years, definitely brings a smile to my face. Participates in band and other extracurricular activities. Ms. Gretchen Karnowski.
All right. I'm not going to be before you long because I know that I am standing between you and your certificates. And some of you parents, I know you have some things planned this afternoon, so I'll keep it quick. Before I get started, I just want to say again, 8th graders, I'm so proud of you. I have watched some of you over the last 2 years mature into fine young men, young women, and young scholars. And so I just want to say that if you haven't heard me say that, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. We've had a lot of good laughs in the hallways, good silliness. Hassan dapping me up all the time. I told you I was going to call you out, right? We've had some cries. Some of you have been in my office. We've shed some tears in the office. Just like Ms. Bloodworth said, y'all shared some things we didn't ask you to share, but you shared it. We've had some good times. Thank you for all the hugs. Thank you for all the smiles. Thank you for listening when you were supposed to. Thank you for just being your unapologetic selves. Thank you for showing your bravery that you faced throughout all adversity. I know that you bring a lot of things to school with you, and it's hard to get through just to do your work. So thank you for doing that. Believe it or not, most of you have taught me some things this year. Although I have 18 new gray hairs, you've taught me a lot of patience. You've taught me a great deal of patience. Thank you again for sharing your stories with me. Thank you for teaching me some things, and thank you for showing me your love and your kindness each and every day. I stand here in awe at the young adults that you are becoming. But I want to leave you with a couple of things just to remember from here all throughout life. First, always be kind. Always show kindness to yourself and to others. You never know what people are going through, and sometimes people may not tell you what they're going through, but everyone deserves kindness. Be a listener, be a good listening ear. Give yourself and others grace, and always lend a helping hand when you see someone in need. Number two, always be respectful and always be honest. Be honest and respectful to yourself and to others. There's a saying, you have to give respect in order to get respect, right? Well, I think if we all show everyone respect, we'll automatically get that respect back, right? At least we hope so. When someone is talking to you, look them in the eye. That's respect. Listen to what they're saying. Take your AirPods out. Take your AirPods out. Put your phone down. Listen. Number three, remember, you are not alone. I know it feels like it sometimes, but as I look around the room on both sides of the auditorium, I see a ton of people who love you, who care about you, who support you, and want to see you succeed. They want to see you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So lean on those people, those that are close to you for support, whether it's academic, social, emotional, personal, anything. Just lean on them. None of us can get through life alone. None of us can get through life without help. Ask for what you need. Advocate for yourself, which a lot of you have done this year. Why? Because you deserve the best. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to call up, Mr. White is going to go down, but I'm going to call each class by homeroom teacher to come to the table and receive their certificates. And parents, we have purchased our students summer bridge workbooks that they can work on before they get to high school. So they have something to do, they can work. So if they say, we still got homework? Yes. Yes. Yes, Jacob. He's like, no. Maddie's like, yeah, you need to work. All right. So if Miss Russell's class will please stand. Miss Russell's class, if you will please come and receive your certificates. And your workbook. Thank you, Ms. Russell's class. Mr. Kennedy's class, if you will please stand. Class, if you will come to receive your certificates.
Eddie girl!
Yes, right?
Love Eddie! All right, Cynthia.
Mr. Bell's class, please stand. Class, you may come to the table to receive your certificates.
¡Bravo, Luis! ¡Bravo, Luis!
Thank you, Mr. Bell's class. Ms. K's class, please stand. Ms. K's class, you may come to the table to receive your certificate. Jacob, don't finish the book in the day, okay? Thank you, Ms. K's class. And last but not least, Mr. Burton, Mr. Albrook, and Ms. Shellhorse, and Ms. Wiseman. If you will come to the stage, you may stand. Let's give a round of applause for all of our 8th grade students. So this concludes our ceremony. We are going to go through our dismissal process. So first, we will have students with green wristbands. Students, if you have a green wristband on, please stand. Don't move yet. If you have on a green wristband, please stand. Students with green wristbands, you may exit the auditorium to my left. Do not leave anything. Somebody's report card is on the floor. Parents, inside of their folders is their certificate and their last report card. Families, if your student is leaving right now, you may also leave. If your student is leaving right now with a green wristband, you may receive your student outside on